Good morning. Today is Monday, April 29th, and it's a B-Day.
Plus, is TikTok being banned? Find out in this morning's brief.
Also, find out who always saves the show in the pack.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, Cedar Park, and welcome to the Wolfcast. I'm Kira Cox, and I'm joined by Reed Cummins and Lulu Lynch.
Over 15 large productions are held in the pack each year by band, choir, dance, and theater.
But these fine arts don't manage their productions by themselves. They are all made possible with our pack manager, Mr. Paws.
Reporter Maddie Cooper has more on all the details of what Mr. Paws does for the school. Maddie.
Thanks, Kira. This behind-the-scenes hero works tirelessly to make all shows at CPHS a success. Mr. Paws has been the CPHS pack manager for 3 years. His job consists of upkeeping the pack, repairing any damage, and helping manage all shows that come through. But Tech Director Mr. Smith says Mr. Paws goes far beyond his job requirements to help CPHS productions.
On ELF specifically, we were behind on getting our lighting design programmed. Brendan had worked very hard on the lighting design, but we were the day before our first tech run, and it had not been programmed yet. And so Brendan and Mr. Paws, Michael, and Mr. Adcock, who is the pack manager for the North Pack, the Don 2 pack, the four of them stayed here as late as they could and got the entire thing programmed in one night.
Mr. Paws also trains pack interns to help with each of the shows. Mr. Paws is willing to work with anyone to help them become a skilled technician and grow outside their comfort zone. Pack intern Charlotte Adair shares how Mr. Paws has helped her.
He's really good at making sure that everybody feels like comfortable doing what they're doing, and he knows that like not everyone has the same like technical experience, like whereas like not everybody's gonna know how to help take down lights like for strike or something. So he's always like very welcoming and being like, hey, if we need help, he's always there to like help teach us and stuff, because he knows a lot of stuff about like tech and like theater in general.
Besides help from pack interns, Mr. Paws maintains every part of the pack by himself. He states some of the most challenging parts of his job consist of tech issues with older equipment and his desire to accomplish more than he can do on his own. Here's Mr. Paws with what motivates him through any challenge.
I love working with you guys. It's just the biggest thing, that you guys at such a young age are able to be business people, essentially. And it is truly unmatched, from band, choir, theater, dance, Cedar Park tonight. These are very student-led organizations, especially heavy student leadership, and seeing you guys rise up to those levels it's just mind-blowing. And it's very exciting, and I can't wait to see where all of y'all go in the future.
The next time you see a CPHS production, remember Mr. Paws is the one who makes it all possible. With CPHS News, I'm Maddie Cooper.
So that was a really great package, Maddie. Could you tell us about like what the next show is?
Yeah, so the next show is actually this Friday in the pack. It's CPT. Imagine that. And so we're so excited for it. Yes, Mr. Paws is a huge help in that show. So we're really excited to be working with him and have him help out with that. So yeah.
Thanks, Maddie. Well, coming up, Jack Cooper is in the studio with this morning's headlines, but first, this break.
Come to Cedar Park tonight.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Jack Cooper, and welcome to this morning's brief. First, on Friday, President Joe Biden signed the TikTok divestiture ban measure into law. However, ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, has no intention of selling. The Chinese company has said reports they will divest TikTok are untrue and plan to keep their legal efforts going.
Next, 2 people were killed yesterday in a horrific roadside accident involving a large piece of metal near Temple, Texas. Authorities say the large object came loose from its trailer, landing on top of a nearby vehicle, trapping them inside. The unspecified object was said to be approximately 350,000 pounds. Finally, H-E-B is recalling their 12-count packages of ice cream cups. According to their recall notice, the ice cream could contain metal and have been removed from store shelves. No sickness has been reported to date from the voluntary recall. So, how do you guys feel about this?
I love those cream creations, like
Yeah.
the sherbet
Yeah,
ones.
me too,
The
yeah.
lime and orange, they're so good.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't think I
Ever
ever
had
them,
one.
Which
You
I
guys
feel
haven't
like
had
is kind
them?
of a
You're
disgrace
missing
to
out.
the
It's,
don't-
it's,
yeah.
it's like a Texas staple.
Or
the
really?
H-E-B
You know what?
cream
I probably
creations.
have
I don't-
had it at an event, but I don't think I've
Yeah.
actually ever been out to
I've
be like,
never
I want a
gone to
cream
H-E-B and
cream.
like bought one.
Okay, well I
Yeah.
have, and I will say, and like if I found there was metal in them and they're like recall, I don't know if I would because like they're good.
You might as well go for the risk,
Like
right?
scale from 1 to 10,
They're
how good are
delicious.
they?
They're
Yeah, like,
10. They're
really?
good.
Seriously?
Oh my
Anyway.
gosh.
We might have to try that. Well, thanks, Jack. Now let's head over to Michael Meraki with an all-new scholarship of the week right after this break.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Michael Meraki, here to help you pay for college with an all-new scholarship of the week. This week's scholarship is the Davis Memorial Foundation Scholarship. This scholarship is available to any senior who is currently accepted into an accredited undergraduate or graduate program. The requirements for the scholarship include affiliation with the roofing industry in the western half of the U.S. and a letter of recommendation from a non-family member. The scholarship is worth $5,000. You can find out more at scholarship.com. To apply to learn more about the Davis Memorial Foundation Scholarship, check out a link to the application on our Instagram at CPHS News. Join us next week for another scholarship that might be the one for you. At CPHS News, I'm Michael Meraki. Up next, your Monday Sports Report with Reese Elizondo right after this break.
Good morning, Cedar Park. Welcome back to Wolfcast Sports Report. I'm Reese Elizondo. Let's start with baseball, who played their final regular season game against Rouse on Friday night. The Timberwolves brought home a 6-3 win, which makes them this year's district champs. This is the 4th year in a row they've won district. We don't know when playoffs are, but we'll update y'all as soon as we know. Then we also wanted to give a shout out to all the track and field athletes who will compete in state on Friday. We'd like to Isabel Conley-Frankenberg, Addison Simon, and Jackson Plunkett. Finally, it's time for our Canes Alpha of the Week. This week we have senior baseball player Cade Davis. See what Coach Stout has to say about how Cade is a leader on the baseball team.
Cade is a really vocal leader, and he leads by example. He's really outspoken. He's been around the program now for 4 years, but I think 3 years on varsity. The last 2 with Coach Farst and I, and he just really steps up to the plate in big time moments, both on the mound and at the dish, swinging it. He's been swinging it really well lately, and it's been a really focal part of our offense, and just a really great senior to have with a lot of experience.
Congrats, Cade, and tune in next week to see who our next Alpha athlete is. For updates on CPHS Sports throughout the week, check out our X at CPHS_sports. With CPHS News, I'm Reese Elizondo. Back to
Thanks, Reese. And that's today's Wolfcast. Thank you for taking time to join us during your den.
You can catch anything you missed and more on our X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News.
Catch tomorrow's show for a look into Cedar Park tonight and Teacher Madness. With CPHS News, I'm Lulu Lidge.
I'm Reed Cummins.
And I'm Kira Cox. We're going to make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Have a marvelous Monday, Cedar Park.